Hey my beauties, hey my chicas, hey my glow queens, hello my Glamm-Mahs. Hey y'all, it's me, it's Angela. Y'all, get your coffee, your tea, your comfy pillow, your pajamas with the feet in, whatever you need to do, because I have story time for you. Oh my gosh, but first, let me check in on everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful this early Friday morning, because real time, honey, it is Friday, March 21st at 8:37 a.m. I've got my grandkids on the bus. I haven't had my dandelion tea yet. I'll probably get it later after this video because, honey, I wanted to do it yesterday while it was kind of fresh. Everything was happening and going on, but honey, I could not. I had to digress. I had to decompress. So now I had a good night's sleep. And I can come and tell y'all this story. So I'm already go ahead and tell you that you got to keep up, because I'm going to be like back and forth. But the story is eventually, hopefully, it will become cohesive. Like, like everything would kind of fall in place. But in my mind, it's like jumping here and there all over the place because of how things have transpired over the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to do my best, y'all. I promise I'm going to do my best. So hang in here with me. So let's go ahead and get started. So I figured since I have this story time, well, I was going to cash stuff my $2 bill binder, but I only have $10 in here that I was going to stuff. So I'll wait until I get more $2 bills, because, honey, this story time, it's going to take longer than these, honey, $10 and $2 bills, I promise you. So, yeah, so we'll come back to this one right here. All right, gone but not forgotten. And I think I will just go ahead and put the funds, the $2 bills that I bought back out of some of my other sinking funds binders. So this is our family bank binder where I house our $2 bills for anything that the family needs. Something pops up, gas money, kids need something, I want something, hubby needs or wants something. It's like kind of like discretionary money. It's accounted for, but unaccounted for, if that makes sense. Anyway, we use this, okay? We come to this before we pull money from our other places, except for, of course, those envelopes that are dedicated to certain things. You know, like we have our household fun things envelope, you know, stuff like that. Those envelopes, they are accounted for. But this right here, it is accounted for because I do keep a tab, and that's only because I like to keep a certain amount in here. Last year, it was, I think it was $850. And I'm going for the same amount this year, maybe a little more, so I can have some in our overflow. And then I also have another binder. So anyway, let's get started. So like I said, I had bought back $66. And I was going to wait until, because, honey, I have so many $2 bills I need to buy back. Y'all be seeing my envelopes, honey. I'm going to have some $2 bills in those envelopes, okay? So let's get started with this story time. So I already have $32 in here, plus the $166. So I think that will give me $198, y'all. You see how it's already adding up? So let's get started. Okay, so I don't even know where to start, y'all. I'm just going to start. Okay. You guys know about the 7th grade band field trip. Jaden, was going on. You hear the word was, okay? Because I'm going to come back. So, in the interim of all of this, I reached out to his counselor, who is over the 504 plan for kids with, you know, any kind of disabilities or have, you know, something going on where they need, like, I guess you'd say under special circumstances or whatnot. So anyway, I told you guys that hubby and I had already booked our hotel and everything so that we can kind of be there if something happens, you know, with him and his glucose numbers and all of that. And, you know, people around him may or may not know exactly what to do. We just felt comfortable if we were going along. So that was established. And I told you guys in a previous video, first of all, I've said it 1,000 times that the trip itself was $800. It was going to probably be another $800 with me and hubby going on the trip with them. And I told you guys in a previous video that I did set our hotel and it was like 5 something, you know, like I said, plus gas, us eating, whatever. Okay, hold that thought, y'all. Like I said, in the interim, I guess I need to be working. In the interim, like I said, I was speaking with Jaden's. I finally got with Jaden's counselor, and I, you know, wanted to know, like, how does that work? Do they have like a nurse that could travel along with them, you know, when they are off campus like that? And he basically CC'd the person of, I guess, the nurse that's over the nurses in the district. And we were CCing each other, emailing each other. And basically what she told me, because she called me yesterday when I was in the doctor's office, and hold that thought, and she was real nice and gentle about the situation. And she said, no, we don't, you know, unfortunately, our district does not have that in place where we have nurses to follow along. She said, we basically ask the parents, you know, definitely educate your child on what they have going on. And Jaden, he knows all about, you know, his diabetes, his numbers, his glucose, low, high, how he feels. He knows everything. He could probably teach a class. God bless him. And I told her that, you know, we had our plan B, because I don't know, I had a feeling that they did not have that in place. But if they did, honey, me and hubby, we wouldn't have not had to, you know, spend out that money. And then on top of that, when I paid for that last week, not even 5 minutes later, my Apple Card showed up, and Javon, who is graduating in May, he's a senior in high school, his class pictures charged my card another $237, because y'all, when he got the negatives, it's like on this board. I think I did like a short, you know, showing his senior pictures or something. I did not know we were supposed to send that back after you choose like what package you wanted. I did not know. You mean tell me that thing is $200 and something? I was so done. I was done for that day, y'all. Like absolutely done with just seeing just money just going out. So I got past that. So, okay, fast forward to yesterday. Well, no, Tuesday, Jaden had an orthodontist appointment, you know, get his braces tightened and make sure he's putting the rubber bands on like he's supposed to. And he is. They say he's doing really, really well. Yesterday, little Jameer had an appointment to get his last shot. Oh, sorry about that. It may be hubby coming home. But anyway, so was getting up, you know, me and hubby trying to enjoy ourselves before Jameer's appointment. It was at 2:15. We were going to check him out of school a little later. Boom, go up there, get it done, carry on with the day. But no, Jaden wakes up yesterday morning. He comes knocking on my door, holding his hand, y'all, like this. And it's bleeding and it's swollen. And I'm like, oh my gosh, boy, your hand is swollen. What did you do? He said he was pulling some sweats out of his drawer and swing back, and his hand hit the metal part on his dresser drawer or something like that. So here I am calling the doctor's office, trying to see if they could fit him in with their pediatrician when Jameer goes to his appointment. So it's like 11:30, and I told, and they were, the first person I spoke with, she was like, let me check the doctor's schedule and see. She said, but I think she is booked for today. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to take him to Eggleston, the Children's Hospital, you know, but if I had to, of course we would have did it. So, long story short, we got up there like about 12 o'clock. Now, grant you, Jameer's appointment wasn't at 2:15, but I was willing to wait if they were going to fit Jaden in. And I got up there to the counter and explained everything. And She was like, you know, basically like, yeah, just you're gonna have to go ahead and just check him in like you normally do. And I usually check them in online, so when we get there, boom, they just tell us have a seat, so you know the nurse come and get us. And the lady said, we were just talking about you. So I'm looking like, what y'all saying about me? And she was like, we were just saying how you know, you're sitting here for 2 hours. I said, you know, I don't mind as long as y'all can fit him in, see what's going on with his hand. You know, I'm really trying not to take him to the emergency room if we don't have to. And I appreciate you guys, you know, all of that. Because, you know, you just get more out of a person when you are willing to be flexible and, you know, adhere to their terms and what they are trying to tell you. So I was just grateful. I would have sat there probably 2 more hours. Let's just see what's going on with the boy. So got in there. Of course, Jameer got his shot. He kept asking, was it going to hurt? Come on, track star. You can do this. And so then when the doctor was looking at Jaden, she, you know, asked him he moved his fingers and asked him what his pain level was. And she gave me a referral. She said if it's still swollen by Sunday, go ahead and take him to emergency room so that they can do x-rays because it could, you know, possibly be a fracture. And she cleaned it real good and wrapped it, put the gauze, all of that, and just gave us instructions. And that was it. But while we're sitting there waiting on the paperwork to come and everything, the phone rings. And like I said, it was the lady calling from the district about, you know, a nurse traveling along with Jaden. And, you know, we talked about that. And while she called, right after she called, then the counselor over the 504, he called. And y'all, right when I was talking to him, I'm trying to say this as I'm remembering it, so to speak. But anyway, the email came through from the band director, y'all. And it started off saying, unfortunately. And when I see that word, usually you be like, oh my gosh, what's about to go down? Oh my goodness. But as far as this band trip, when I see unfortunately, honey, my antennas go up and I am cheesing from ear to ear because, honey, I'm hoping she say unfortunately the trip is canceled. And y'all, that's exactly what the email said. OMG. It was like whatever's going in district, they could not get it right, even with the travel agent. Things just weren't matching up. And then she started outlining about how we can get our refund and all of that. So y'all, yes, that kind of brightened up an otherwise just chaotic couple of weeks, y'all. I mean, like I said, I definitely wanted Jaden to get that experience, but God knew that was just too much on Huddy and I. Like, we just really didn't have the time to do it, but we were going to sacrifice and do it. Really didn't have the money to do it, but we were sacrificing to do it. And I'm just, you know, still just thanking God. Like, I just knew this just could not happen. And then this was the second time. I told you guys they canceled it the first time. And I should not have set that hotel stay when they canceled it the first time. Because I think I told you guys that the clerk that I talked to when I made the reservation was like, well, you know, you should get the refund protection, because if they cancel one time, they'll probably do it again and you'll lose your money. And I said, you mean I paid $500 and if they cancel, I won't get any of this back? And he was like, unfortunately, no, unless you get this insurance. So I got it. Okay, y'all, listen up. Here's where the storm comes in. Once I found out it was canceled, I came home, got me a little food, calmed myself down from such a busy day, called, and to make a long story short, y'all, of course they said the reason that I gave did not line up with the reasons that the refund protection does not apply to. Y'all, I said, ma'am. That's all I kept saying. This is $500. So you're telling me, nope. So she's telling me that she's sending me a link and click on the link and it will take me to, oh, let me back up. First of all, when I called, I thought I was calling in the suites. And the young lady said, oh, you made your reservations through Expedia, so you need to get with them about cancellation. Expedia. I could have sworn I called this facility when I made the reservation. So y'all using a third party? Oh, y'all, it was a hot mess. A mess. Do you understand? So I just kept saying, ma'am, you don't understand. No, I cannot lose this kind of money. So she was real nice. She really was. And she, she was trying to do her job and looked like she was reading off a prompter or something. She kept repeating herself, and so did I. Ma'am, no ma'am. So anyway, at the end of that, she was, when she put me on hold. So while she put me on hold, I went to the link. I did everything the link told me to do. She came back and she said, I'm sorry that's happening with you for the, because I told her why the trip was canceled, why we was coming in the first place. And she said, well, I canceled it for free for you. I said, okay, you canceled the reservation for free. So does that mean I'm getting my money credited back to my card? And she could not give me a definite answer. She just kept saying, you click, I sent the link. And I'm like, ma'am, y'all, the amount of times I said ma'am, because I was definitely still trying to be respectful while all I could see is this $500 just going down the drain. And then at the end of the conversation, y'all, she had the nerve to ask will I book again. And before I knew it, y'all, and excuse my French, I said, hell no. No. I'm about to lose $500 and you worried about me booking again? Girl, if you don't go straight, y'all, sorry, but you can't be messing with my money like that. I did everything you guys asked me to do. And then with the link, when you go and you fill out whatever it's telling you to fill in, and then they have a drop down about the reason that you're canceling. And of course, the reason that I had to cancel, it's not going to be on there. Like, that is not going to be on the drop down menu that we're canceling because we didn't have to follow our grandchild down there to watch over him because, he has diabetes. That is not going to be, so honey, I don't know. I can't even remember what I clicked. Probably like some severe, they had like severe weather, like military, you had to relocate, you're in labor. I'm like, oh my gosh. If this is not some messed up stuff right here. So I did everything, like I said, that the link asked me to do. And then she said, if I am going to get my money back, of course, it's going to take 7 to 10 business days and all of that. I was just so flustered and frustrated when I was explaining it to hubby yesterday. And we were both saying, like, if I don't get my money back, he's going to help me put the money back on my card or whatnot. And I don't know. I have a bad taste in my mouth because I had told you guys, like, we don't do like a whole lot of traveling anyway. But that right there, that did it for me. I am so outdone. I just do not know what to do. And first of all, I will not book anywhere where they have that policy that when you cancel, you don't get a refund. And there's another reason why I said I wouldn't want to do that. When they if they got to offer you refund protection, that should tell you something right there. So I'm really mad about myself. I'm really mad at myself. Like, when they canceled it the first time, I should have been like, Jaden, like, you're just not going. You're just not going because it is just too much. But like I said, at the end of the day, if they don't honor it, we'll chalk it up to a huge learning lesson, a huge money lesson, y'all. But I had to collect myself because I know God is handling this because he canceled it the first time and then it's canceled like for real this time. Like, they're not setting up any more dates or anything. Like, this is it. Tell me how to get my money back, which of course, the bookkeeper with the district gotta, distribute the checks, and then we gotta come with ID. We gotta sign off on it. All of this, which I don't have a problem with, y'all. But, oh my gosh, I'm just outdone. Have y'all experienced anything like that? All you world travelers out there, have you experienced anything close to this? But I am just, it is crazy. It is crazy. So I am depositing $166, and that would give me $198. And I'm sure I have $2 somewhere where I can just even it out to a even 200, but it don't matter. But yeah, so honey, that is story time. And it was right on time because I finished. And look at that. Wow, I'm getting there, y'all. I am getting there. So yeah, these last couple of 2 weeks have just been daunting, chaotic, long, drawn out. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that they were able to fit Jaden in yesterday with Jameer's appointment. I'm so thankful. I kept thanking them. Even the doctor, she was so tickled. She was like, they say you guys have been here 2 hours. I said, yes, doctor. I said, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I want to see what's going on with Jaden. So I would have sat here as long as we needed to. And I said, and it's teaching them that sometimes in life you have to be flexible. You have to sit. You have to wait your turn if it's something that really needs to get done. So, is that dry? Yeah, that is dry. So look, guys, look at this. It's happening. We will be at $850 in no time, y'all. In no time. So, yes, we had 21 minutes. I don't think that's too bad for being all over the place, y'all. But please, honey, let me know if you have been through some crazy stuff like this. And how did you handle it? So, I'm going to be out of here. Like I said, I think I heard hubby come in because he went to work like extra early this morning because he likes to go and get back so we can have the day to ourselves. So, yeah, that's it, y'all. And I'm going to be out of here. I love you guys. Have the very best Friday. Was it yesterday? First day of spring, but honey, it was cold here in Georgia. OMG, I don't know what was going on. And what else was I going to say? Oh, definitely go and watch my short for this morning. See your sis dancing, Bruno Mars, Magic in the Air. Go ahead, check me out. And check me out on Instagram too. Same name, Glamm-Mah Got Guts. Excuse me, that's why I put it all out there, y'all. I got to cheer y'all up. We got to pump each other up. Okay, so have a great Friday. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video because I have some more Happy Mail that's coming. And I'm so excited. I don't know if I mentioned that I won a giveaway from Miss J of the Hopeful Budgeter. And I cannot wait to show y'all that. And on that note, I'm going to be out of here. Bye, y'all.